What's going on, everybody? Happy Saturday morning. Happy college football playoff Saturday morning. We're in the building. Myself, Coach Leroy, Frederick. We're in the building to preview the day of games here. Miami, Texas A&M kicks off here in about hour 10, hour 15. I think Texas A&M is on an upset alert. I don't know how Coach Fred feels because I know he's not the biggest Cane fan, but we're going to talk about that. And then Tulane, I can't wait to hear what Coach Fred's takes on Tulane, the Green Wave. They take on Ole Miss here at about noon Pacific, and that's going to be a hell of a matchup here. I think Ole Miss, that's going to be a closer game than people might realize. And then JMU, Oregon, 4:30 Pacific. That's going to be a hell of a matchup as well. If you guys are watching, pound the like button, subscribe, become a member. Coach Fred, how you feeling on this fine Saturday morning here?
Man, I'm feeling pretty good, Bailey. Really excited. Down here at the crib in Florida. Great game yesterday. Took some of y'all picks from your other shows. It actually went ching-ching. So I'm excited to hear what you got to say today about what's coming up on this full slate of college football. And I just want to say thank you to everybody that's joining us this Saturday morning, man.
Well, appreciate you joining, Coach Fred. Man, we got a lot to talk about. Let's start with it. I got it on the thumbnail, upset alert here. I think A&M's on upset alert. I think Miami's about to give them a game here, although this is going to be like a barn burner in my opinion. I think it's going to be a lot of points here, back and forth. I think both teams are going to put up a lot of points here. Coach Fred, how are you feeling about this matchup? I know you're not the biggest Cane fan, so I got to get your take on Miami here. How are you feeling about the Canes in this matchup? Is Texas A&M on upset alert, or how are you feeling about this matchup?
I definitely think they are. As much as it pains me to say, man, I think this could get really bad for them. Miami's probably one of the hottest teams in the country right now, and to draw this as a first-round game, I don't think there's a tougher draw. You can correct me if I'm wrong, B, but I think Texas A&M got the toughest draw of any of the home teams, and this could definitely be and some might not even call it an upset if Miami wins this game. So, but I'm like you there. This is definitely upset alert.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's kind of a shootout, but I think also, I don't know. I don't think A&M's going to be able to keep up with Miami. And I think Miami, quiet as kept, Coach Fred. I don't know how you feel about the rest of this playoff bracket. I broke it down with Matt yesterday. We kind of debated it. I don't know. I think Miami can go pretty far if they can get it done today here. I think they're going to get, if they win, probably go to Georgia, right? Or Ohio. No, they play Ohio State. And that's going to be real. That's going to be real iffy. But I think they can run the ball against Ohio State, and if they can expose the Matt Patricia defense, that's going to be real interesting. But looking at the playoff structure here, how are you feeling about Ole Miss Tulane here? Because I think there's another upset alert matchup there. I have a running bet with Matt. He's 17.5. We bet it live on the show yesterday, so I'm rolling with the Green Wave, but I think they can actually get the victory here. I'm rolling with Sean King as well. I think they can definitely get the victory. I think it's bounced back for them. The first game, I was shocked that it was a complete blowout, and finding out some of the behind the scenes of that. I don't know. I'm rolling with Retzlaff, though, BYU quarterback. He had a hell of a season last year, and it's taken him a while to settle in with the Green Wave, considering he just got there a week before the season, Coach? So there's that to consider. But I'm rolling with Tulane. How do you feel about this game, though, Coach?
Man, this one to me is a little scary because I think Tulane is a lot better than people are giving them credit for. And I think this is – I definitely don't think it's a 20-point deal. But, again, I think they're a lot better than people are giving them credit for. And it wouldn't surprise me with all that Ole Miss has had going on if Tulane is able to jump out early and keep this thing close. And the other thing that I think a lot of people are overlooking with this B, Lane Kiffin called plays.
Mm-hmm.
Charlie Weiss had the title, right? What's going to be the mindset? I get it. Charlie Weiss was there, but like I've said before, they're two different people. So I think it's going to be a difference there, and I think that's going to be something that they're going to need to get used to, get comfortable in real game time. You can do all the practice you want, but in real game time, how those plays going to flow, how is that thought process going to be? And that's why I say if Tulane can get out early, man, they got an opportunity.
No, I totally agree with you, Coach. And it's going to be interesting to see how Ole Miss looks with the absence of Lane, are they going to look the same? How's their team going to play? I mean, there's certainly a lot of rumors, scenes, different things you can hear behind the scenes about Ole Miss. Now, let's see how they come out and play today. Like you mentioned, Lane ain't there. Lane ain't calling the plays. It's gonna be interesting. I don't know. That's why I don't know. I really lean with Tulane here. Like, hey, I don't know. That's something where I'm like, okay. Also, it's hard to beat a team twice, coach. That's the other part of the issue where Tulane, Ole Miss got to go beat a team they already beat. Everyone thinks it's gonna be an absolute mud stomping. That's how I feel about JMU, Oregon this afternoon. JMU's got to go to Eugene. Got to go to. I mean, it's gonna be loud. It's gonna be probably raining, cold. Oh man, I don't know, Coach. How you feeling about that game? I think that's gonna be I think personally that's a blowout. But what do you think?
I do too, man. I just think that pace is going to be too much. I think Oregon is actually going to, come out on fire with something to prove. JMU, even though they play in weather, I don't think they play in that kind of weather. And then the other thing, man, I just wonder how that travel went for them because they essentially went across the country.
Mm-hmm.
So, again, just how that travel, how's that going to sit with the team? I think Oregon starts fast. That tempo is just going to be too much. It's going to be too overwhelming. You can simulate that all you want, B, but until you're actually in that pace, that's going to be tough. And I don't know, watching them and then kind of going through their schedule, nobody in the country really plays with the pace that Oregon does. And I'm sure no one in their conference is even close to that pace. So that's going to be tough.
Yeah, no doubt. And I got to ask you about last night. Team, your Florida State Seminoles beat Alabama. They got it done against OU. I figured they'd take care of business if they had Jam Miller. They did. How did you feel about that game last night? I thought OU obviously got to a hot start, but I sat here and I was watching like, they're not gonna be able to sustain this because I always thought it was OU's offense that was gonna kill them, not their defense. I thought their defense. I mean, their defense did what it could, but eventually Bama, Jam Miller, and Ty Simpson ended up playing pretty well. That was too much. How did you feel about that game last night?
I think what you just said was the difference. It's tough unless you're just head and shoulders better than a team. It's tough to beat a team twice in the same season, and I think that's what it was. And then I think Alabama had a few people that were hurt that they actually got back on that D line. And I think one of the biggest plays in that game, correct me if I'm wrong, B. I think one of the biggest plays in the game was that pick six.
Oh
Um,
yeah, on the sideline, yeah.
yeah, that was, you want to talk about a miscommunication at the worst possible time, right when Alabama was starting to get back in it, trying to get the momentum, and then you throw pick six, and it's no question the momentum left, and they just can never catch back up, man. That was the huge, huge play. Never mind those missed kicks. That was the play of the game to me.
Man, that's what you get for wearing the pants like that. I mean, that's Coach Fred. I don't know if you saw the OU kicker, Coach JB went out about a month ago. That's what you get for wearing the fucking
Yeah,
pants like that. I
that
was
was the first
cracking
thing
up.
that came to mind, man. When he missed those kicks, I was like, oh, I can't wait till Monday. Because I remember all those people were firing back at OJB talking about, he hits 55
Oh
yarders.
yeah, that was insanity. By the way, some of those, yeah, he showed me some of the DMs he got. But that's crazy. So you OU fans are wild, Coach Fred. So let me ask you about this game last night here. A particular play. This everyone's screaming like this is like how with the betting thing now. This is rigged. Blah blah blah. How do you feel about that? He dropped it and then punts it. Big Keenan gets it, and that's that. How did you? What was your reaction to seeing this? Because I mean, I don't know. There's certainly a lot of odd, different calls and different things happening yesterday, but I don't know. It's a punter. Like this might happen on a big stage at times. I don't know, Coach. How do you feel about this?
I'm I'm thinking it's just a mishap. I mean, at that point in the game, Bailey, unless he's betting the over and trying to get Alabama to score some points, I don't see what he would gain from that in the bet unless there was some type of player prop saying that this kid would get a block punt or something like that. I don't see how that one would go, but
That's what Twitter's saying. I don't know.
man, that'd be tough right there, bro. But again, that's just one of those deals. I think it was just a huge moment, and that kind of went from there.
Yeah, everyone's saying, "Oh, he's point shaving. He's point shaving." That's just
At
what they're
that point,
saying.
what was it? 17. Was it 17-0 at that point?
Uh, Golly. I, I thought they came out a score before that, and then maybe that happened. I cannot remember.
I
Chet
think it
let
was
us know.
17-7. Yeah,
Yeah.
17-7. Because they only got a field goal out of this deal, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they got lucky too. Yeah, that's right. Because yeah, exactly. They only got a field goal out of this. So, boy, I don't know. That was a massive victory for Bama, though. I don't know, but I think Indiana take care of them next week. I mean, I got
Ooh.
Indiana going far. I think they could really get to the Natty if they get over Bama.
Ooh.
Oh, I don't know. I don't see who stops them
Do you
there.
think Bama
Uh,
can play in the snow? Well, I guess we'll talk about that when it comes. But
yeah, see,
yeah,
that's gonna be real interesting. If they it's be interesting to watch Ty Simpson, Jam Miller, they run the football. Boy, oh boy. Going back to this game, Carson Beck, Miami, what do they got to do to take care of business against Texas A&M? Marcel Reed, obviously Trey Zoon came out, called out Ruben Bain early in the week. Ruben Bain kind of just, I don't know, his comments are kind of nonchalant on it, so it's going to be real interesting in the trenches here. Trey Zoon, Texas A&M left tackle, 6-0, wears the same number as Matt. He's a product of Matt's 6-0 academy. I don't know. Matt's pulling for him. I know Matt's pulling for A&M. I don't know. I think it's going to be tough sledding for A&M against the Canes here. But coach, what does Miami got to do to get it done today?
not turn it over, Carson Beck, and withstand the first quarter and not have to play like Bama did last night. You can't give up 17 on the road and expect to win. Bama got extremely lucky to be able to do that, to race back from 17-0 and actually win the game. So Miami's got to control that. I think they've got to rattle the young kid back there. Can't let him get settled in and get his confidence flowing, because A&M goes as this kid goes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if this kid gets going, it could be a long day for Miami. But their front four has to get rolling early and get this kid uncomfortable. And offensively, just don't turn it over. Get the ball to your playmakers.
Exactly. Get it out quick. I think Miami's going to got to be able to run the football though. But I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. Like I
I'm with
said,
you on that.
I think there's gonna be a
I'm
lot of yardage in this game, both sides. I think this could be a really good game to watch. Let me ask you this: why is that 9 a.m? Why is the first game? Why is the James Madison Oregon game at 7:30 Eastern, and this is the first game? Like, it makes no sense. And I'm on the West Coast, so it's like 9 a.m. I'm like, are you serious? We gotta watch Miami at 9 a.m. Coach, what do you think about that? The scheduling.
I don't think because I think they're trying to fit everything in, man, and it makes no sense for this game to start this time of morning, right? Even on the East. I'm East Coast, and the game is getting ready to start here shortly at noon. I mean, I can deal with that, but if I'm in Central Time, if I'm back in Mississippi, it's 11 o'clock. And then you talk about like out your way. I just think that, maybe we find a different way to put all three to appease, to make sure that we're able to kind of get comfortable within all three time zones. I don't know if that's even possible, but I think yesterday there was a bowl game on super early for any time zone, and that's tough,
Oh,
man.
the
That's tough to
Myrtle
play.
Beach Bowl, coach. That was at like, God, 8 or 9 Pacific. It was really early. It was like 11 Eastern, I think.
Yeah, and that's tough for anybody that wants to watch the bowls. There's people that had to work yesterday. You know what I mean? And you're starting bowl games during their first hour of work, man. That's tough. If viewership is what we're trying to do, we got to figure out how to kind of fit these things in to at least make it feasible to get viewership.
Yeah, 100%. Let's go into some college news here before we dive into some more previews of the game. This is something we talked about last week. Kenny Dillingham, they agreed to a new contract officially, Coach Fred. And the details of this are actually pretty interesting. $7.5 million over the course of his deal per year. His salary, the staff salary pool up to $11 million, puts him near the top of the Big 12. Seems like he leveraged the Michigan talk into some money from ASU, which he needed to do here. He really needed to do, from what I understand, with Arizona State and their lack of investment into athletics. I think if they go all in with Kenny, he's gonna certainly run with it. He gets a new contract. Coach, what are your thoughts?
When we talked about this from the beginning, and we were saying, would he go to Michigan or whatever, or how he would parlay this in, and I really think this is what he did. I think this is how those guys are doing it now. The schools really want to keep them. I mean, I got to believe that it was never a serious thought for him just because of the timing. Now, had it been earlier, it might have been a serious thought for him to go to Michigan. But the success he's had there, basically being home. I don't know how serious it was on his end, but hey, he parlayed it into a nice little deal, man.
Yeah, no doubt. How do you, man? It's gonna be interesting. They're losing Sam Levitt in the transfer portal. I want to see who he replaces at quarterback, because you know how he is with quarterbacks, man. He really develops and does a hell of a job with that position. So it's gonna be interesting to see who's at QB for them going into next year. But just giving a little update on that. Also sticking in Big 12 news, Rocco Beck, Iowa State transfer quarterback, now transfer quarterback. He entered the portal. He's the son of Anthony Beck, who I believe is still the head coach of the St. Louis Battlehawks UFL team, if I'm not mistaken, Coach. But there's some news there in college. What do you think of Arch Manning here? Arch Manning, they're saying he's going to, quote unquote, take a pay cut. From what I understand, he's just taking less from the revenue sharing coming from Texas, that $20.5 million. What's your reaction to that?
I mean, I get it, and I get the optics of it, but Bailey, let's be honest, man. It's me and you. We're on the Bailey Price show, right?
Yeah.
Arch Manning, Uncle Peyton, Uncle Eli. Granddad is who?
Yeah.
Come on, man. There's a reason. He don't need it. Not to mention everybody that has came along and wanted to attach their business or their company to him for that last name. It's not all about him. It's about the last name, right? So the optics of it. Oh, man, they're not, he's not a selfish kid. He's trying to win a championship. No, he don't need it. So,
yeah, that's fair.
You don't need it, but it's actually, I guess if they can flip that and make it look good, which is what they're doing, hell of a PR team, hell of a move to put this out and make it look like this kid is really that, and he may be that, but he don't need it. He didn't need the money before he got to college. I mean, if we're being honest about it, right?
No, it's 100% facts. Yeah, I totally agree with you, Coach. And it's, I don't know, it's interesting they made a report out of this. I don't know. That's interesting. Let's see what they do with it, because it sounds like they're going all in for a championship with 26. I was really interested to see Sark's future. I thought Sark was leaving for the NFL. I'll be blatantly honest. I was shocked, but now with Arch coming back, this all makes sense. They seem to be making a major championship push going into next year.
Do you think he's an NFL coach? Type of coach?
Yeah, I think he can be. I mean, I thought he was. When I saw a report that came out about him going to the Titans, I was like, man, I thought he could do a lot with Cam Ward and all that money and stuff like that. From what I've heard, it's a pretty lucrative job going into this offseason, job cycle for the NFL. But I personally, I think he could pull it off. What do you? But I'm not. I'm not. I have no coaching experience. What do you think from yourself? You got way more experience than I have at all.
I just don't see him fitting with that, because again, the NFL, if you look back at it, the NFL goes in cycles with what they do, right? And I think now that I think the Lamar, the read option, the college type football offenses are starting to be, I think it's starting to show up less. And I think, he's such a college guy. From USC, Alabama, Texas. I just don't know if he would be able to make that jump. And I don't know him personally. I don't know his personality. But just watching him, I'm just not sure if what he's done at those different places would translate to being in a NFL situation.
I'm really interested to hear, I want to hear Sean King, because I'm curious. I'm curious, because I think they'd agree with you at times. I think they would. So that's a good take, Coach. It's something to watch though, because I think that after the championship push, I don't know, it's something to watch where he goes. Boy, boy. Let's go back to A&M Miami here. And before we talk about Tulane, Ole Miss here, Coach, how do you feel about Marcel Reed? They announced that he's coming back in 2026. How do you feel about him as quarterback, and how did you feel about his play this season?
I think that's big. That's a huge deal. That's less for them to have to worry about. I think that's one of those stories actually where, he's probably gotten a pay raise from somebody. I think he's the piece that makes them go. So, I think that should put them at ease for this game and for going into the off season. So I think that's a pretty good deal, man. If they can keep him healthy, I think they've got a really, really good situation going on there.
Well, here's some updates on the game here. Keontae Scott is playing, so that's a huge get for Miami. Star corner. He ain't been out. He hasn't played since last month, middle of last month, about a month. He hasn't played, so they get him back. That's a big get for Miami. It's gonna be interesting to see how they adjust defensively. How do you feel about Carson Beck's play this season, Coach?
Man, if you want to say up and down, I think that'd be a understatement.
Some high highs, low lows, yeah, for sure.
Man, at times I think I was waiting on the benching to come, and then he come back and he have one of those games. You'd be like, okay, that's why they paid him all that money. So again, it's going to be what guy shows up at Kyle Field today, and everybody's saying he's the one that's going to make it go because of the big games he played in at Georgia. So we'll see here shortly.
Yeah, we're about to find out. Coach, you got a score prediction for today here, and let's talk a little betting here because I'm about to dive into that. Miami's 3-point dogs now, open at 4. How do you feel about that? Now down to 2.5 here. This keeps moving.
Man, I'm glad I got that one in. I took it to 5. Miami plus 5.
Yeah. yeah. That's a way better number than where it's at now. Holy moly.
Miami plus 5. And like me and you talked about earlier in the show, man, I actually think that they can win this game. So I would actually take the U in this one, and I think the over would be pretty safe as well.
No, for real. I agree. I think it's gonna be a shootout, Coach. I think it's gonna be kind of like that Seahawks-Rams game on Thursday. I think there'll be a lot of points put on the board.
Oh yeah, congratulations to you, man. Your boy.
Yeah, congratulations to me. Yeah, I don't play for the Seahawks. I'm not gonna flex like Smitty Love is Colts, boy. I'm not like that with the Hawks. But man, that was a good game. I mean, there were so many different moments of that game where I'm like, what the hell? First off, how did the Seahawks win that game down 14? The backwards pass, by the way, that was right call. That was the right call. The backwards pass. I don't know how you feel about it. Ball's on the ground, you grab it, right?
Every time, make them blow the whistle.
Exactly. So that's good play on Seattle. Sam Darnold, personally, so the narrative I'm hearing is he didn't get rid of the seeing ghost thing. I thought that's exactly what he did by taking out the Rams. How do you feel? How did you feel about Sam Darnold's play? Did he defeat that narrative?
Oh yeah, early on, I think he was actually swimming, and he may have been over there in his own head. But I think by the end of the game, man, he had he got that straight. So I don't think he's going to have much. If they meet again, I don't think he'll have that fear of seeing the same team. Seeing the same results. But early on, I was oh man, I was like, I don't know what it is about this, but him and these picks to this team, head scratching picks.
Yeah, I don't know. Should have been a pick 6. I was like, damn, Darnold. Now, here's the problem I have with the Seahawks. That's not going to be sustainable. Getting a punt return and getting the fucking backwards pass and all this stuff. I don't know. There are so many times in that game where the Rams, I'm shocked. Like the Rams going down, they got a Tapuka on the sideline. I was like, how do you not win? How is the game not over there? How do you not just? I don't know. That was certainly odd how that played out. But I just
the Seahawks were a lot better in the secondary.
No Devontae, and that's what Puka does, and he went crazy.
He went insane.
He's like, how do you feel about him compared to some of the receivers in the NFL, Coach? Like compared to Jamar Chase and whatnot, because I've been kind of debating that.
I like him, man. I think he's been getting under how do you want to put it? Undercovered, however you want to put it. The coverage for him is not the same, so to speak. Maybe because of where he came from college wise or whatever. But all he does, man, is just kind of put up numbers. And he's starting to come out of the shell, maybe too much, as my boy JB would say. Maybe the real him is starting to show up, but he is right now. I don't know if there's 5 other receivers better than him at this moment in the NFL. Man, he's a young Mike Evans.
Yeah, and Puka's a dude, and Stafford is the MVP. I mean, he's playing like lights out right now, so I give him a lot of credit.
He's making every throw. Every throw.
Let's go back to this. Let's go back to college here, Coach. Any shot JMU takes out Oregon today? How do you feel about the game? There's no way, right?
I don't know. I was told once that there's a percentage lower than 1%, then that's what it is. But I just can't see it. And I'm always for the underdog, but I just can't see this one.
Yeah, I think this is a blowout. I think the Tulane game is upset alert. And Miami, that's going to be a hell of a matchup here this morning as well. Let's go to the NFL, Coach. How do you feel about this weekend here? We actually have games today, believe it or not. Your Commanders play, actually, take on the Eagles. Oh, boy. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about that game? Talk about it. Your Commanders.
Yeah, it's going to be a rat killing. I hate to say it.
7-point dogs? Do you like that number?
It's not enough.
Not enough. I mean, there's a lot of bets on the Eagles here. A lot. It's Mariota, right?
Yep. We're beat up.
It's shut down Daniels, I saw. So
yeah, we're banged up on the defensive side of the ball. I just don't see I just don't see it being a way that we can kind of do this one. And then the Eagles really need this game for a whole lot of reasons. Playoff. Not to mention their locker room is just about to explode.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they need this game for a whole lot of reasons, man.
Well, the Eagles better not lose it. There's Commanders +7 seems like a lot with the total so low, 44.5. So that's something to watch. But
I need to check out that. I need to check out the weather. Maybe that has something to do with that being low, because I'm kind of like you on that.
Is it snowing out in Philly? That could be something to look. Let's see.
I need to look that up and see.
Let's see. Man, temperature, rain, wind.
Well, it's in Washington.
Oh, it's in Washington?
Yeah, it's in Washington. But
shit.
That's that number at 44.5. It's got to be weather.
Win. Okay, I don't know. I lean Commanders +7 that number. That seems like bait to take the Eagles. I don't like the way the Eagles are playing right now at all. They played the worst team last year in the Raiders. The Commanders, I don't know. Mariota can make it sneaky closer. I don't know. We'll see though.
I'm riding with you, baby. I just checked it. Check. I'm riding with you.
Yeah, I had 7. I like the 7. I like the 7, Coach.
7-0 Washington right now, baby. Let's go.
Let's go. Packers, Bears. Bears 1.5-point favorites at home. Did you see the report that the Bears, I think president or CEO, put out that they're considering moving the team to Northwest Indiana?
Yeah.
The Indiana Bears. Good Lord.
Our boy Smitty was super excited about that.
Of course. I mean, it doesn't even sound right. I can't even. Yeah. Fuck. I like the Packers here. I don't know. I think the Packers, Josh Jacobs, they're going to run the ball. I'm not wrong. I think they get it done in Chicago, Soldier Field. Total's 45.5. I also lean under. We'll see though. How do you feel about that game, Coach?
Ooh, I was thinking you were going to take Chicago at home.
Well, the Packers fucked me last week at 550. So this week they better get it done. Bounce back. They better get it done this week.
I was actually leaning Chicago and the under, but I'm going to go with you this one. I'm going to take the Packers plus the 1, but I'm going to still say the under, man. What are you thinking on that?
Yeah, I lean under in that game. I think it's going to be probably cold, run the football, Could be some snow. I don't know what the weather is, but I'd lean under this time of the year in Chicago.
Someone put in the chat. I just was able to pull that up. 43 degrees.
Rain, 43 precipitation, 10% humidity, 10-mile-an-hour winds. I whether or not I lean Commanders +7, I would not lean with the Eagles right now. I don't like the way they're playing. I don't like all the rumors and stuff like that. Now, Bills, Browns, Coach Browns, 10.5-point dogs, Shador Sanders, quarterback. The Browns, there's a report today that came out about Kevin Stefanski. Let me pull it up. There's no final decision has been made about Kevin Stefanski's future with Cleveland, saying if Jimmy Haslam decides to move on, they mentioned that Stefanski would be a top candidate on the market.
How?
He won Coach of the Year 2 years ago.
But I'm saying with all the debacle-ness that's going on here, how does that go, you know?
Well, maybe. I mean, this is a start, Coach. I don't know. I think you say that, so you just got an excuse to put him out. I don't know, because I don't know. You would think that having him and Shador paired together, because it's his offense, right? Having him, well, there's a Tommy Reese calling plays. I don't know. That's a kind of an interesting dynamic, but you would think having Shador in the same system for another year would be beneficial, but
you know, they have so many other problems, man. They have a money issue in that room. You know, don't be surprised if Myles Garrett forces his way out like he was about to do last year, even though he got that huge contract. But again, 10.5 points. I think Buffalo gets it done. I just don't see Cleveland putting up enough to be able to sneak Buffalo in this situation. So I would go Buffalo.
Yeah, I lean Buffalo. The 10.5 is kind of a weird number, but I lean Buffalo in that spot. Joe Corden, your Sooners got yesterday, Joe. I told you. You OU fans, man. I told you. Bama when they got Jam Miller, man. Oh man.
Many men.
But no, yeah, let's run through these picks here. We'll do rapid fire picks here in the NFL, and then we'll make college and get out of here. Jets, Saints. Jets are 6.5-point dogs going to New Orleans. Saints 6.5-point favorites. I lean Saints with Tyler Shook here. I actually like the way they're playing with him. But Coach, how do you feel?
I like the Saints in the dome. And like you said, man, the quarterback is starting to get more and more confidence as they're rolling. So I like that.
Yeah, I agree. Vikings, Giants. Vikings 2.5-point favorites. Going to MetLife. Dart, Giants. I like the Vikings there on McCarthy. 2.5. That seems like I go money line, I guess. Something about that seems weird to me. But yeah, I like the Vikings winning that game. How do you feel?
This one's kind of scary to me because I don't know now that the Vikings have been eliminated how they're going to actually come out and attack this thing. But then I also know that the Giants have been known here lately, as I watched them last week versus my guys, to kind of lay it down. So I would go with 9 and his guys to get this one done.
9.
They're the better team.
Yeah. Fucking 9. Yeah, I lean Vikings money line. I don't know. That number is weird though. Bucks, Panthers. So this is a big game, Coach. Divisional matchup. Both teams sitting at 7-7 here. Carolina. If Carolina doesn't win this game, it's going to get ugly for them. Seattle goes to play on next week. That's going to get real interesting. Bucks 3-point favorites on the road in Charlotte. How do you feel?
Man, I like the Panthers, man. I think the Bucks got problems, and I don't know if the problems they have can be fixed in a week. You know, so I like the Panthers at home. Those young guys are starting to feel really good about themselves. They know they blew an opportunity last week by losing to New Orleans and having a chance to take that division over. So here's another opportunity for them, and they're at home. So I like the Panthers in this one.
Ooh, give me Bucks. Baker. I don't know if they don't win. The Todd Bowles they're going to be calling for his job. Unfortunately, I don't know why, but that's this. I mean, they're booing him after the last week, so I don't know. Chiefs Queenum goes to Nashville, takes on Cam Ward and the Titans. Titans 3-point underdogs in Nashville at home. I think Gardner Minshew is the starting quarterback for the Queendom now. They're eliminated from playoff contention. Give me the Titans. How do you feel, Coach?
I was about to say the same thing, man. Give me Tennessee. Not only are they eliminated, that loss of Patrick Mahomes, I just think they're deflated, man. I just don't.
Yeah.
I don't see them getting that one done on the road.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know. Well, it's going to be interesting to see how they play. I think the Titans rally and get it done. A big victory for Cam Ward. This is an interesting one. Chargers, Cowboys. Cowboys need basically the Eagles to just not win for the rest of the season for them to get the playoffs. Chargers rolling 10-4, but they're underdogs here. 1.5-point dogs. How do you feel about that?
I like the Chargers, man.
I like the Chargers too. Let me see something. But I don't know. For some reason, why the Chargers underdogs in that game? I couldn't tell you. Open as favorites.
Yeah, I don't understand that one myself.
That's a weird. That's like a. That's weird
That's a
to me.
setup.
That's tricky to me. I don't know. Give me the Cowboys. Give me the Cowboys. I don't know. Maybe a letdown after the Chargers win last week.
Okay.
Bengals, Dolphins. Dolphins are starting Quinn Ewers. Give me the Dolphins. I'm rolling with Quinn Ewers. Bengals defense horrific. I think he's going to chop them up. Coach, how do you feel?
I gotta take Cincinnati in this one. I think it's going to be rough sledding for Ewers. I just think Miami's on the downslide and a couple people are on their way out the door. So I got to go with the Bengals in this one.
I think Quinn Ewers somehow saves McDaniel's job if he finds a way to get him to 8-8. I think the Bengals defense is not very good. I think there's a lot of opportunity for him to actually make some plays. We'll see. But I lean Dolphins money line here. They're 4.5-point dogs. Give me the Dolphins straight up. Falcons, Cardinals. Falcons, I guess. I mean, both teams struggling. Falcons 3-point dogs. How do you feel with that game, Coach?
Yeah, I just think Atlanta beats them. I really think I watched the Cardinals last week for about a half. I really think they are doing just the bare minimum right now. Defensively, they don't look like they have the same pop. And it's kind of crazy.
They got defensive head coach. Gannon, defensive head coach, too.
And it's crazy because, again, everybody out there is making money, but it just doesn't look like they are really in tune to what's going on. So I got to go with Atlanta. Kirk Cousins has those guys playing fast. Kyle Pitts coming off of a career night a few weeks ago or whatever. So I got to go with them.
Yeah, I agree, Coach. I agree. Let's go. This is going to be a massive matchup here. Jags, Broncos, a lot of history in this matchup here. Jaguars go to Denver, have a history of going there and beating the Broncos. Broncos 3.5-point underdogs, or 3.5-point favorites at home, Mile High. Totals 47.5. Yeah, this could be a tough spot. I don't know. I think Jaguars go out there and give him a game. Last week I watched Trevor Lawrence. I was like, damn, that was the first time he looked like. I was like, all right, Trevor, he's balling. He played pretty damn well. I think I'm rolling with the Jags here, Coach. How do you feel?
I got to go with the home team, man. That snow's going to be piled up behind the benches, playing mind games with Jacksonville. The stadium crew will, and the Broncos are coming off a big victory last week, man. I got to go with them. Sean Payton keeps it rolling.
Damn. Okay, that's gonna be a hell of a matchup. Another good one. Lions 7-point favorites at home against Pittsburgh. Man, how do you feel with that one, Coach? I think Pittsburgh. Part of me thinks Pittsburgh can win it, but I like Pittsburgh +7.
I like Pittsburgh +7. Big win last week. They know if they just win, they'll host, and that's going to be the key, I think, for them with their playoff hopes, getting as many games as they can at home. And to me, this starts here. So I think I take Pittsburgh in the 7.
Yeah, give me Pittsburgh +7 there as well. Going to the last two ones, Raiders, Texans. Texans 14.5-point favorites. I'll take the Texans with the 14.5. I'll be honest. I think it's going to the Raiders struggling to say the least. I don't know. They're gonna Pete Carroll gonna cut a lot of cats after this season. They're gonna redo that roster, I think. But Coach, how do you feel about that?
Yeah, this is another rat killing right here. Uh, yeah, I got to go with that. Houston at home, 14. Yeah.
Yeah. Ravens 3-point favorites at home against New England.
Ooh.
New England coming off that loss against Buffalo, coming after being up 21-0.
Ooh.
I lean New England. I think it's going to be a shootout, though. How do you feel?
Man, Ravens have got to have this game. Lamar's getting better, healthier by the week. New England's going to bounce back, but I got to take the Ravens at home, night game. I'm a ride Ravens straight up. Yeah, Ravens.
Ooh, that's gonna be interesting. That's gonna be interesting. New England dropping 2 in a row. That would shock me, but I will see. I mean, it wouldn't shock me either because the Ravens are playing for their season. 49ers, Colts, Monday Night Football. Phillip Rivers, we saw it against Seattle. Now we got to see it against San Fran. 5.5-point dogs. The Colts are. Man, I'll lead Niners 5.5. I'll take the Niners. I don't know. The Niners, it's building up for a Seahawks 49ers Week 18 clash. So give me the Niners. Coach, how do you feel?
Man, I'm with you. The Niners are probably the hottest, quietest team in the NFL right now. Nobody's really talking about them. 10-4. They need to keep pace. I think that defense gets after Phillip Rivers after they saw a week's worth of tape. I think now they know how to attack it and actually make him have to do some stuff to actually beat them. So I think it's going to be difficult for Smitty's Colts to get this one done. Sorry, Schmidt. I got to ride with the Niners, baby. Bang, bang.
Yeah, unfortunately, I agree. Seahawks better take care of business in Week 18, though. Coach, let's go to college football playoff picks. We already kind of got them, but I'm leaning Miami. Are you leaning with the Canes too?
I'm with the Canes. I hate to say that.
I got Tulane and an upset special against Ole Miss. You rocking with that too?
I'm taking Tulane in the points though.
Yeah, like I say, I'm rocking. Well, I have a bet with Matt Tulane plus 17.5. I also think there's a shot they could win it, so I'd look at that as well.
I'm taking Tulane in the points and the over.
Yeah, I like that. Coach, JMU, Oregon. I think Oregon wins like 48-7. That's my prediction, but maybe I'm completely wrong. How do you feel about that game, Coach?
I'm taking Oregon. No, I'm taking Oregon and the over.
Okay. Well, can't wait to react to it, see how it plays out today. And it's about to go down here in 30 minutes, Coach. This is gonna be a hell of a game. Appreciate you guys hopping, Coach. I appreciate you hopping on. I appreciate everybody watching. If you guys are watching, pound that like button, subscribe, become a member. Daily Price Media Army today. Go check out Coach Fred, Common Man Podcast. I appreciate you guys supporting. Coach, what you got crack with the Common Man Podcast? You doing another show soon?
Yeah, man. We are going to crank this thing back up in the new year, but we'll have one closing out show. Let me make sure the date. One closeout show on. We're actually going to do it on Christmas Eve. I know that's a little weird, but we figure the timing would be kind of cool. Maybe people, as they're drinking their eggnog, will tune in, and
I'll tune in. Hell yeah.
We'll have Doc talking about how to drink on moderation on the next day. Keep yourself hydrated, all that kind of stuff, man. Then we'll talk the fabric of college football, man, and where we're at right now, and close out the year, and then get it crunked back up full steam ahead on the first of the year.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, I can't wait to be rolling in 2026. Coach, I appreciate you being on and stuff. Appreciate all the support and all that you've done for the show the past year, just kind of reflecting going into the holiday. We'll be live. I'll be live here on this channel going through the Christmas week. So stay tuned for that. A lot of stuff cracking here on the channel. Coach, I appreciate you, and I hope you enjoy the day of football today, my man.
Man, thank you, B. We got a toy drive we're going to get out to here in a little while, toy giveaway, Christmas deal. With the Pouncies and my wife's foundation. So, we got a full day today. And then, of course, I'm going to have that phone right there, making sure me and Bailey make good on our picks. So we'll be well informed and kind of go from there. And wishing my boy Big King all the best, man. I'm thinking about you. Don't turn the phone off because I know it might get kind of hectic, Big King. Might get kind of hectic.
Totally better take care of business, Big King. That's all I'll say, man. You guys are watching, pound the like button, subscribe, become a member. Stay tuned to some clips. Matt and I have been going. I mean, there's a lot of Colorado transfer portal stuff going down, a lot of Colorado news going down. So stay tuned. We'll put up some more clips about that and stuff. We had an electric show yesterday, so if you haven't checked that out, go over to 0 to 60 and check that out. Matt and I will be back after the Christmas week here, going into the New Year. So stay tuned for that. Appreciate you guys watching here. I'll see you guys soon. Enjoy the weekend of football, and we'll see if Texas A&M's on upset alert here in about 27 minutes ish. Enjoy the Saturday, folks. Peace.